Welcome to part 2 of the Sweet Lamb Ladies Enhanced Uphill Festival. I've done this as a separate video because this one focuses only on the green lanes that we did around mid-Wales on the second day of the festival. Part 1, which I will put a link to at the end, looks like this. Simply shows you the kind of training that we did on day 1 in order to prepare us for this kind of adventure on the trails. This exciting day took us on a round trip from Ponterwyd up around the reservoir at Nant Y Moch, taking in gravel paths, water crossings, mud, and of course we did rocky uphills, as this was the uphill course. But obviously whatever goes up must come down, so there are some rocky downhills as well. Welcome to our channel Lost on the Lanes. My name is Sophie, and along with my husband Kev, we're delighted to keep bringing you new content. We really appreciate you watching our videos. Please feel free to subscribe, like and share. Yay. There were 8 of us ladies out on this event, being led by Louise and Paul, with Michelle as an ambassador. Fantastic support from Sweet Lamb. We were very lucky with the weather because although it hadn't rained for a while in Wales, it had been very, very cold and overcast. You can see that on part 1 of this video, which was the day before. But this day turned out to be nice and sunny for us, which just makes the scenery in Wales even more stunning. So coming up was our first practice uphill. We'd had all the training the day before about body positioning, momentum and so on. But what I like about these events is you can try something, but then you can try it again and again. So if it doesn't go too well the first time, which it didn't for me, I made a right hash of it, you can then have another go, and you get better that second time, because you can think, right, I just need to improve this, I need to improve that. I don't know what gear I was in here, but it was clearly the wrong one. What a mess! This was a fairly deep water crossing, so we let the person in front of us go before we went. good. What we tend to do in all of our videos is, if the terrain is similar, then we might cut out a portion of the trail just to make the video that little bit shorter, but we wouldn't cut out anything that that was difficult or particularly interesting. It's only if the trail stays pretty similar to what you've seen, then we might cut a bit out. Whoa, that was a bit more controlled. I know there's a bit of a downhill coming up, so I'm just letting Chris get a bit further ahead. The trouble is with videos, you can't see the inclines and declines. They never look as big as they actually are when you're on a bike looking down at them. Yeah, all good. Don't know what I'm doing up here. I'm just gonna go past you so I can put my stand down. Sorry to be a pain. Ah! Well saved.
That weekend we did a couple of weekends ago in Exmoor in the forest. There was a downhill. I ain't kidding you, I got to the top of that. I'm not going to. But you absolutely should know the way around it. And it got really, really steep, like dirt, and then got really big steps in it. Not really top down, it was all blown up. It was so steep, I wouldn't go down it, just I would. I just clutched down.
So, going down hills then, I'm in second gear. Clutch most of the way out, 2 fingers on it, see if I can feather it. Bit of back brake, bit of front brake, very loose hands, thumb pointing all the way back. As though I'm sitting, but not actually quite on the seat. All good. Helps if I'm in A gear. No, I'm not the only one. At this point, we went back up the way we'd come down, but at the top we turned right, whereas before we'd come down from the left. Morning! Shall I go? I'll go. We stopped for lunch at this garage, which was great. It had a super selection of sandwiches, salads, ice creams, drinks, the usual, and somewhere to sit down. So it had a nice picnic bench. A few of us lay on the grass, but it was good. It was a good fuel stop in more ways than one. Just having a little lie down. it was lovely.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that. Which way did you come?
Centre.
Yeah, me too. I like a good... I like rut practice without it being a rut, is what I like. Look ahead, see if you can stay on this bit.
Yeah.
And if you come off, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought, don't even look at it. Peripheral vision.
Yeah, me too. And you went through the middle?
Went straight through
Yeah.
the middle.
Yeah. Well done. So at this point, I've just swallowed a fly. So apologies for all the pathetic coughing, but I've got a hernia, so unless I'm actually holding my stomach, I just, can't get behind a cough. So go that way. Oh yeah, we went there, didn't we? A bit shocked. Oh, was it? Do you know what? I thought as he went past, I thought, I recognise that face. I bet he's somebody I've met before.
Looks like being yourself. There.
And so from here we left the Nant Y Moch reservoir behind us. We got back onto the main road and made our way back to Sweet Lamb, and what a fantastic couple of days it had been. Thanks for watching, and if you're interested in part 1, please click on the link here. See you soon.